Hello. Welcome to Aligning to Truth. My name is Dandelion Love, and I'm going to try and keep the phone really still because I don't have my tripod with me. Wow. I've been through a whole roller coaster of emotions and experiences in the last couple of days, and what I feel called to speak about in this moment is how often we feel in our body sensations, or maybe some sort of message, whether it's a feeling of uncomfortableness, unease, like maybe a tightening of a chest or a nervous belly, something that our body is showing us and telling us, and we may notice it or we may not. And we don't, because we're so used to not feeling or acknowledging what our body's telling us, or we notice it and we push it aside. And what I've been experiencing in myself is the more I push it aside, the more I have to deal with it later, and that it doesn't actually really go away, that it comes up to be felt somewhere else, and it's much more dramatic when it is in that space. And this is shown to me in the world in which I live in. You know, the experiences, the people that are around me show me how much this world walks about not really feeling and not really listening to the body. And it's quite phenomenal, because it's almost like we're so numbed that to the subtleties of expression, that unless we have something like a terminal illness or some way that we're not able to function anymore, or our sleep is so disturbed, that we just don't listen. We just don't want to hear, and we don't want to make the changes that we need to make, and we don't want to cause ripple effects around us. We just kind of move through the experience of life without feeling. And when we do stop and feel, how uncomfortable we feel in that space. And I just recently held a workshop where I was holding space for being uncomfortable in the body, noticing if the space or the way in which it was held created a story, or you started to feel uneasy or started to notice sensations in the body that made you feel uncomfortable, like whether or not you could keep your eyes closed and stay within the body, or you had to look around at the time or what someone else is doing. And it's really fascinating when you hold space like this and watch people around you really not be able to sit in the experience that they're having, and yet not understand that it is an experience, and that this is teaching them something and showing them something that they need to see. And we spend so much of our life distracting ourselves in the most remarkable ways. It's like we're masters at it, and the world around us is increasingly noisy, and we even have formulated practices like yoga and meditation that are very active, either active in the mind or active in the body, to try and find stillness. And yet when I ask people to sit by just sitting myself and not saying anything, how uncomfortable they felt in that they wanted a certainty and understanding, and they didn't want to feel what was coming up in their body to be felt. So perhaps this is if you're listening to this, a message for you just to stop whatever you're doing and find some way of being still and sitting in boredom, or sitting in not knowing what to do next, or sitting with the list and just sitting anyway. Sitting with whatever your body is trying to express and not being so fearful of the expression, and then see what happens. I hope this has touched you in the heart. Much love.